Always be wary of these sidelines. It's just a really good way to lose the game if you aren't careful about it. Alright, so I take a both down result here. I didn't want to re-roll it in case I get attacker down. But here you see the power of wrestle. Now, if you look, my screen has no backdoor really, but there's no players down here, so I'm not too worried about it. But my screen is completely intact right now. Like, this is what you want a screen to look like. You want to set it up to where they have to blitz somebody in order to get a tackle zone on your ball. That is to say, you don't want them ever blitzing your ball carrier without having to work for it or dodge for it. So there, it finally pays off. He's been beating up Bob the whole game. This is what has allowed me to get this far in the game, having Bob right where he was. Because he was spending, like, every turn, like, 200, 300,000 team value on a 140 team value player. So it was, like, I mean, if they focus on him all game like that, you should be able to remove the player, but it's just like, it's allowed me to get into the position I need to be in right now. Alright, so again, if I'm probably going to hit this guy here with man, or I'm going to move up. Okay. I could have hit this guy first. What that would do, or what that would have done, words are good, was even if this failed, I have a pretty effective screen. There's somebody inside the screen, but at the same time there's, like, he would have to make the dodge roll away and my ball carrier would be right here. So he'd be making like a 4+ dodge roll, and he only has one reroll, so it's good stuff. I decided to take the both down though. If you look, these two players right here are blocking this, like, pathway to my ball carrier. He could make it, but he'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. He'd have to make a ton of dodge rolls or something, and he makes them. Okay, and by a ton, I guess 1 and 2 go for it. He re-rolls this here. So there he is using his last re-roll. So he used his last reroll, and he really pulled himself out of position in order to get this this ball carrier down. So I take the 50% chance of knocking him over, and then I just make him pay for his movement there. Alright, now here I could pick up the ball with either Mile High or Eric the Fish. I have 3 rerolls and I only have 2 turns left, so I figure the plus agility is more likely to pick up the ball, which he is, because I have the team reroll. So I leave the tackle zone on the guy laying down. I'm going to pick up the ball, and then I'm going to complete the screen over this direction. So that way, again, this Chaos Warrior either has to he either has to charge through Mile High here, or else yeah, it's all good stuff. Another note too, he needs to be over 1 more. I'm probably going to make a go for it here. I hate go for it, but sometimes they're inevitable. Another good thing about putting tackle zones on a Beastman, right now since they have to move one space before Horns comes into effect, he can't just blitz for, quickly. So like he couldn't blitz with this guy here, get the strength 4 and then put a tackle zone on my ball carrier. So loose beastmen are much more of a threat than beastmen who are in base to base. Alright, so he just goes to, he works to get a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Okay, so if you look here, I need this guy out of the way. And really, wrestle right now is what's making this risky. Generally, it's a 1 in 36 chance that I'm going to fail a block with this character. And with wrestle, though, that increases to 1 in 9 because I can't afford to take the block option. So if this guy had block, which he does now, when I'm making this movie, I would have blitzed with him instead. Maybe, I don't know. I would have actually blitzed with Mile High. But it didn't matter. It worked out. Touchdown. And it is 2-1 our favor. All of his characters, well, not all of them but one wake up, and on the sidelines, the people I sideline pushed didn't hurt anybody, and then all these players are still asleep. So I am exceptionally glad that it is 2-1 and there's no overtime, because if it had been 1-1, I might be in a spot of trouble right now. So I set up the best defense I can against a one-turn touchdown. I even have to put a blitzer on the line of scrimmage. I don't like doing that, but when you play a Chaos team 300 team value higher than yours, this is what you can expect your lineup to look like at the end. Note on these, I'm going to try to start doing them more from a third-person perspective. Since I know what I'm going to do, since I played the game, I'm not quite getting the practice I want. Alright, anyway, he sets up for the one-turn touchdown. There's not a lot I can do. I don't have the players to really set up an effective defense against it. But luckily with no rerolls, and he is only movement 6. Oh, he has a movement 7 guy. It's still a really, really long shot. And then the guy in the back who's supposed to pick up the ball and throw it got kicked in the face. So none of that. So I'm just going to fast forward it. What he does is he beats up some of my players and then fails the pickup roll. So good games. And yeah, it's good stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to play. Oh, NG Man was our MVP. And hopefully I'll get a chance to review our other games. Until next time.